think with my father, what damaged me the most, it wasn't the physical abuse, but it was the mental and emotional abuse that I carry around still to this day, because my father would constantly tell me that you're not nothing, that you a punk, that you this and you that. I mean, constantly put me down in everything that I did. It didn't matter what I did, calling me out my name, you know. So today, you know, even when I finally got away from my father, those things were in my head that I wasn't nothing. I had to literally, it took me years to build my self-esteem up to even believe that I was anybody even worth talking to, right? I was so scared to talk to girls for years until I ran into these women who messed me up at McDonald's, these two older women, you know. But I was really scared, really nervous to even talk to any girl. I remember a friend of mine, man, we had these girls over, and he was talking to them normally, and he was like, man, what are you, scared of girls? And I was like, oh, no. But I was scared of everybody, you know, at that time. And it took me a long time, man, to come around to realize that, you know, that I'm somebody, that I'm not the garbage that he kept putting in my head for all of those years. You know, so if you're a parent, man, and if you think that you're not abusing your child, or you're not traumatizing them because you're not hitting them, the things you can say to your child can damage them for the rest of my life. And even at 57 years old, man, with all the things that I've done, I still have part of that little bit of low self-esteem, right? That I'm not good enough. I remember, man, as a child, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be quiet. As a child, I used to go over to my grandmother's house. I had such low self-esteem. Now, I would steal quarters out of my grandmother's closet, and I would give them to, she would have a bunch of change, and she wouldn't even notice it. Now, it was wrong, right? I shouldn't have did it. But I would actually steal money from my grandmother, and I would give it to the little kids on the block so they could play with me. And I remember this one little girl, probably was two little girls, they said, Greg, you don't have to pay us to play with you. We like you. But I didn't know that, because my father told me all these years that I wasn't nothing. And I believed that mess, right? So stop talking about your kids and putting them down, because it's going to affect them. You might not think so. Stop cussing at your kids. Stop putting them down, man. What do you want your kids to be when they grow up? You want them to be like me? Because I became a complete psychopath for years. Please turn around from abusing your kids physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually.